Hey guys, so it has been a while since I last uploaded a video. It honestly feels like it has been a month, but apparently it's just been a week. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. But anyways, what is this video about? Well, you saw it in the title and you saw it in the thumbnail. It's about the Wayfair conspiracy. I have been researching this story for about 3-4 days, and I'm gonna just say it outright here that this video is coming from someone who doesn't really believe in this conspiracy. I don't think that this is true. I do think that some of the stuff is sketchy. However, I don't think that it's the conspiracy theory that people are making it out to be. So let's talk about the Wayfair conspiracy, a conspiracy that I cannot stop fucking hearing about. So if you don't know this, Wayfair is a furniture website where you can buy furniture, and there has been a conspiracy theory going around that Wayfair is actually trafficking human beings on their website. And I'm gonna say it up front, there is no hard proof to this. There's just a lot of circumstantial evidence to this. That's it. I'm going to show you guys whatever I found, and it's up to you whether you want to believe it or not. Me personally, I'm quite skeptical about this theory. Although I will say it's a pretty good conspiracy theory just to listen to, So here we go. This conspiracy theory started on Reddit on r/conspiracy when someone posted about this. What this user posted on r/conspiracy was that, hey look, Wayfair is selling all these cabinets that are very much overpriced. And if you look at the price, you can see that, oh my god, these are really fucking overpriced. And if you look up the names of these cabinets on missing people database or on Google, you'll find that a lot of these people have actually gone missing. So the conspiracy theory started that, hey, maybe Wayfair is actually trafficking human beings. That is how it all started. Okay. After this Reddit post, there were also a lot of people on Twitter talking about this, and it quickly spread like wildfire on Twitter. So people started wondering, hey, why the hell is Wayfair selling all these cabinets that are so fucking expensive with the names of girls attached to it which have gone missing? Why would you name cabinets after girls that have gone missing? That doesn't make any sense. So let's talk about this particularly. I'm going to talk about more evidence in a moment, but let me talk about this particularly. One of the first questions that you might have is, oh my god, these are so expensive. Why the hell are these cabinets so expensive? A lot of these cabinets are priced at $10,000 or something. That's a lot of money. Cabinets don't cost that much money. So why the hell is Wayfair selling all these cabinets that are so expensive? And Wayfair has actually come out and said that these cabinets are actually industrial cabinets, and that's why they're expensive. And I looked up on Amazon and I looked up on other websites as well. And it does seem to be the case that industrial cabinets seem to be a lot more highly priced. I found cabinets on Amazon that were around $6,000 range, and I found others that were around $10,000 range. Although I will say this, I haven't found cabinets that are as highly priced as it was listed on Wayfair. I will say that. But it does seem to be the case that industrial cabinets do seem to be a lot more highly priced. However, it does seem sketchy. Wayfair was selling these cabinets that are a lot more highly priced, even for industrial cabinets. And just look at these cabinets. They don't look that expensive. So it still looks sketchy, right? And Wayfair has come out and said that they are removing these cabinets because supplier didn't provide any explanation as to why these are so highly priced. The exact quote is this: recognizing that the photos and descriptions provided by the supplier did not adequately explain the high price point, we have temporarily removed the products from site to rename them and to provide a more in-depth description and photos that accurately depict the product to clarify the price point. So yeah, take it as you will. They only made the statement after this blew up, right? So take it as you will. Also, another thing that people were talking about on Twitter is that the supplier that Wayfair is saying that did not provide accurate price points it's them. It's their company. These cabinets were manufactured by a company that they owned. So it's a reasonable question to ask that, hey, what the hell's going on here? You're out here saying that, oh, the supplier did not give an adequate price point and the supplier happens to be your own company. Like, what? And I don't know why that is the case. My best guess would be that this company that manufactures the cabinets and Wayfair themselves operate kind of separately. So the discrepancy can come from there because the people working at the cabinets and people working at Wayfair aren't the same people. Yes, it may be the same company, but people working aren't the same. So yeah, take it as you will. I have said my views. It's up to you to believe whatever you want to believe. The second question that people might have might be, hey, why the hell is Wayfair naming these cabinets after people who have gone missing? And actually, this is the biggest hole in this theory. I'm going to just say it right here. Here's the thing about a lot of these names of these cabinets that people say are names of girls that have gone missing. A lot of these girls aren't actually missing, just that they were missing at some point in their lives. And there was even one girl who has came out and said on social media that, hey, I'm not missing anymore.
Why are y'all sharing some shit who this nigga don't even know that if it's really true or not? What are y'all talking about? Y'all all sound stupid talking about why am I mad? Because I'm not missing. Fuck out of here. Fuck.
And yeah, like she wasn't missing. It's just that she was missing at some point in time. So that is the biggest hole in the theory. If you would think that, hey, Wayfair is actually selling human beings on their website, wouldn't you assume that these people are actually first missing, and not that they are just living their lives? It is actually one of the biggest reasons why I don't think that this conspiracy is true, by the way. So there's that. And there's also another problem with this. People are saying, oh my god, these cabinets are named after girls that have gone missing. Here's the thing. There are hundreds of thousands of people who go missing every year. And it's pretty common to name things and cabinets after names of girls. So if you found a name on missing persons database and you searched it on Wayfair, I'm pretty sure you'll find some items that are named that particular name. Just because there are so many people who have gone missing and just because it's common to name things after names of girls. Also, another big thing about this that I want to mention right here is that a lot of people are looking at, oh my god, look at these things, not just cabinets, but just these things that are listed on Wayfair that are so freaking expensive. And if you look up these names on missing persons, oh my god, these people have actually gone missing. What the hell's going on here? People are doing that, and here's the thing, that's biased. That's not evidence. First of all, people are only looking at things that are expensive that have names of girls in the name. People are not looking at the number of things that are very, very cheap that happen to have names of girls in the name, There is actually a thread made by someone who wanted to prove the Wayfair conspiracy, and they actually ended up planting more doubt in my mind. You look at this thread. Look at these items. These are named after girls. Yes, they are. Of course they are. However, if you look at the price of them, they're not that expensive. They aren't really that expensive at all. It's just that people are looking at the most expensive stuff. And don't get me wrong here, there's a lot of expensive stuff on Wayfair that does look very shady to me, like those pillows that I'll talk about in a moment. However, it's still bias. You're just looking at things that are expensive. But essentially, my point is that a lot of people are taking this as evidence when it's really biased. Okay, I made a picture to illustrate this, and of course, this amazing painting is made in paint. Of course it is. If you look at the left side over here, it represents all the people in this entire universe. And yes, it includes aliens as well. Of course it does. And this inner circle represents people with the same name, with the same first name or same last name or something along those lines. And these dots represent people with that particular name who have gone missing. And when you search that particular missing name on Wayfair, you find all of these search results that is represented by the circle over here. And what a lot of people are doing is that they are only looking at the expensive part and they're like forming suspicions based on that. But that doesn't really represent the whole picture. Like, that's the bias. If you have taken a statistics class or a mathematics class, it's pretty obvious what's the bias here. And I know people will say, what about the unique names? There were quite a few unique names of the cabinets. However, according to my research, I have looked up almost every single name of the cabinet on babynames.com and on Google. And what I found is that if there was no search results that came up on babynames.com for that particular name, if I searched it on Google, I'll find some origin of that name. Like it might be a French name. So yeah, what I'm trying to point out here is that even with the unique names, they aren't that unique. Either they can be derived from another language, or it's the name of a place, or something along those lines. And of course, I'll put up screenshots on the screen as I'm talking about this. And the reason why I'm not speaking the names themselves is because I don't want to butcher them. You know, I don't want to take the risk. I don't want to. So yeah. Also, another reason why I don't believe this conspiracy theory is because this is not how human trafficking works. That's not how things work. It's just not. If they were doing this openly, then it would be very easy for the FBI or for any investigation agency to get a hold of them and to shut this operation down. Like, this doesn't even happen on the deep web. This is something that Mudahar said. And it's true, like, it doesn't even happen on fucking deep web. And you think that this is going to happen on the internet? Really? Like, no. Don't get me wrong here. I do think that there's something fishy going on here, especially considering the high price of the fucking pillows. It's like, why are they so expensive? I do think that. However, the human trafficking thing, I think that's just a bit too far. And the people who I've confronted in Twitter DMs about this say something along the lines of, hey, look, the Clintons are involved here. I believe the director of Wayfair was someone who worked for the Clinton Foundation. And essentially what they're trying to do is they're trying to connect all of these people who are at the top to Wayfair. And they not only connect the Clintons, but they also connect George Soros particularly. It's something that I've noticed. And these people, oh my God, I can't tell you how much I hate these people. We're gonna get to it, don't worry. And here's the thing about people connecting all of these people who are at the top to Wayfair in particular, is that these people who are at the top are pretty close. They're pretty close together. And by at the top, I mean who are wealthy capitalists. They're able to isolate themselves and insulate themselves. And you can literally find any company, not just Wayfair, any company, and you can link it to some awful person. You can literally find any company and find the director of that company to be an awful human being or be linked to something along the lines of the Clintons. However, the reason for that is because they are so isolated and they are close together. When you become more wealthier and you become more powerful, economically, socially speaking, you are able to isolate yourself from other people. So you can literally connect any company and connect it to some other awful company or awful person. You can do that. It is possible. And the reason is because they are so close together. Part of me believes that a lot of people want to believe this conspiracy theory. Part of it's because it's a conspiracy theory and it's fun. I love conspiracy theories and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna watch a lot more conspiracy theories by YouTubers about this particular topic because, I love them. However, there are a certain group of people who really want to believe this conspiracy theory, and there are multiple reasons why people want to believe this conspiracy theory. One of the reasons why more sane people might want to believe this is because essentially the Epstein case broke their brains. And honestly, I can't blame them for that because, the Epstein case, it's a lot. It is a lot for a normal person to handle. But I wish people would take away a lot more from the Epstein case than what they already do. Usually what people take away from the Epstein case is, well, Trump did it. Or Clinton did it. And here's the thing. I wish... Do I know which one of them actually did it? I don't know. I don't care. And that's the point. I don't care. Because that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as much. There is a lot more to take away from the Epstein case than just, Trump did it or Clinton did it. And I wish people would focus on that a lot more. And honestly, I want to make a whole video on this topic. I just want to touch it lightly here because it relates to the things that I'm talking about in this video. But essentially, the feeling that I'm getting from people is that people are thinking that, oh my God, all of this is happening in plain sight, and at the top there is a sex trafficking or a pedo ring going on. And by up there, I mean wealthy capitalist elites. Okay. And I think that people have that feeling, and they're right about that. That is true that there is such a thing. However, it is a lot more subtle how and why that works. It's not as simple as, oh my God, these wealthy people are selling human beings on a website where people buy furniture and they're just hiding it in plain sight. It's not as simple as that. I want to make a whole video on this topic. This is an insanely fascinating topic to me. I'm sorry, I went on a little ramble right there. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean it. But it's a really fascinating topic for me. But the point is, notice how I described that high-profile pedo ring or sex trafficking ring. How did I describe it? I didn't just describe it by just saying, oh my God, people are human trafficking using a website that normal people use for buying furniture. It's not as simple as that. There are a lot of reasons to it. There's a lot of social reasons to it. There's a lot of psychological reasons to it. And finally, there's financial reasons to do it as well. It's not as simple as just saying that, oh, look, these wealthy elites are trafficking human beings using this furniture website. It's not as simple as that. It's a lot more complicated. It has a lot more layers to it. There's a lot of angles to it. That's the thing I want to point out here. I know that this is something that people don't usually take away from the Epstein case, and I wish that they did, because that is really the point of the Epstein case. I feel like a lot of people just take away that, oh my God, they're doing this in plain sight, and therefore a conspiracy like wayfair comes along and they're more susceptible to believing it. That's what I think. But hey, that's just my thoughts. Those are just my thoughts. Okay. So yeah, let's now talk about the last thing I said I was gonna talk about. Let's talk about George Soros. If you search on Twitter about the wayfair conspiracy, you will find a lot of tweets that link wayfair to George Soros. Oh my God, I've read so many tweets. This is insane. I've read so many tweets about people connecting wayfair to George Soros. It's insane. It's absolutely fucking insane. These people are absolute lunatics, by the way. And what these people are connecting is, oh look, George Soros owns a certain amount of stocks in wayfair. And isn't it interesting coincidence that George Soros owns stocks in wayfair? And what these people are doing is pretty obvious to anyone. These people are fucking anti-Semites. And what these people are trying to do is they are trying to validate their worldview. Here's the thing. I don't doubt that George Soros owns a certain number of stocks in wayfair. I don't doubt that. Of course he owns stocks in wayfair because he's a fucking gazillionaire. Of course he does own stocks in wayfair. It's because he's a gazillionaire, not because he's a Jew. Jesus Christ. He's just like another billionaire. Of course he owns stocks in Wayfair. However, for them to only focus on George Soros and just hyperfixate on George Soros and never on any other billionaire or any other wealthy elite or wealthy capitalist. That says a lot about who these people are. These people are anti-Semites. These people are absolute fucking lunatics. And do you know why they're doing this? Do you know why they're trying to connect George Soros with this Wayfair thing? The reason is because of the Jewish conspiracy. If you don't know what that is, I will leave a link about anti-Semitism in the description. You can check it out. It's a pretty informative video overall, and it's pretty entertaining as well. But essentially, the Jewish conspiracy is Jews are the elites and they control the world, and they're trying to destroy the white Aryan race by promoting degeneracy. And what they mean by degeneracy is usually the gay agenda, the trans agenda, and of course they're gonna mix in pedophilia as well. So that's kind of like the Jewish conspiracy, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to destroy the white race. So you can see why anti-Semites might want to connect George Soros with Wayfair. And essentially what they're trying to do is they're trying to validate their worldview by saying, oh my god, look, George Soros is again connected to this conspiracy. Haha, would you look at that? Isn't it a strange coincidence? These people are fucking lunatics. Have I said that? Have I said that enough? These people won't do that with any other billionaire, by the way. These people will only do that with Jewish billionaire that everyone knows. So the reason why I'm mentioning this here is because you should know about this if you're interested in this Wayfair conspiracy. You should know about this, that there are lunatics out there who are trying to connect Wayfair to George Soros in order to validate their worldview about Jewish people controlling the world and destroying the Western civilization. And be aware that these are the people who are going to tweet the most. These are the people who constantly fucking tweet about this. And the reason why they do that is because anti-Semitism is a passion for them. They have nothing else. All they do in their free time is this. Like, that's it. So be aware that if you're going to do research in this area, be aware that these are the type of people that you're dealing with. And these examples that I showed you, these were examples of overt anti-Semitism. There's also covert anti-Semitism, you know. So be aware of that. I will just say that. And in conclusion, do I think that this is real? Do I think that Wayfair is actually trafficking human beings? No, I don't think so. Do I think that a lot of this stuff is sketchy? Yes. Like, a lot of the pricing doesn't make any sense to me. However, that's not even remotely the evidence that I would need to start even speculating whether this is about human trafficking. So yeah, that's all that I have for this video. Like this video if you liked it. Comment your thoughts down below about what you think. Subscribe for more videos. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day today. And please do not touch your face.